Welcome to Treacherous Path. It's me again. Have you figured it out? World War III is here, people. Maybe. There's lots of nukes in the world right now. Feels like a powder keg sitting too close to a fire, don't it? Well, I think there's a lot of mistakes been made in the past. I think we've faced this before. It's not our first rodeo. Are we going to do the same thing we always did before? Are we just going to kick the can down the road? Well, a lot of people have different solutions. Some want to go in. Some want to decapitate them and take out the supreme leader. I thought about it hard. I did. I thought about the last 20 years and what's taken place and what our future, what are we looking at here? If we don't act the right way, they could get a nuke and then they could break nukes out onto the world. I do believe that the moment one nuke comes out, it's all coming out. It'll unfold and it'll progress. I have a nuke kit. Do you? You need a nuke kit. That's for real. I've said that in several videos. If you don't have a nuclear biological response kit for your family, you are wrong. So the end game for Iran, in 5 or 10 years, are we just going to keep... if we put sanctions on them and we blow up their nuclear place and we do all that, 5 or 10 years from now, they're going to do it again. This ain't going to stop. They're trying to get the bomb so they can destroy Israel. That's what their whole religion's all about. So, some of you, in fact, a lot of you are probably going to disagree with me because you're weak. And this is not going to be a weak answer. My tactical side says, smoke them if you got them. They can't have nukes ever at any cost. We are the big dog on the block. So that's just the way it is. If we preserve the peace, then everybody has peace. And so far, that's the way it's been happening. We don't know what they'll do, but we got a pretty good idea. So that's my tactical side. But don't worry. God's got this. Believe me. Alright, the next subject's going to be touchy. For all you touchy-feely gays out there on Juneteenth. This is about Juneteenth, but it's about me and my life and what happened to me and how much time I wasted on your, whatever you want to call it, group. In the previous videos, I released the information that I had been raped 3 times in my life when I was a child. Once when I was 10 or 11, once when I was 13, and once when I was 17. All of these interactions were male on male. My mother was dead. It all started happening around while the drugs was going on, and she met a guy that was 36 years old, and he sure liked me and my brother. You can imagine where that went. Mom dying of cancer, nobody watching the kids. Hey, let this guy watch him. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he was nice and gay. He had an agenda, and he lived that agenda out every night for probably a year or better, and nobody stopped it because Mom was dying and stepdad was always off to work, so everybody looked the other way while whatever happened to me and David. So that's just one of the stories. After that, when I grew up, I didn't have any direction. I didn't have anybody teaching me nothing. So for a long time, I thought I was gay. I really did, because that's what happened, and it just seemed normal to me. So it took me a long, long time going through all of your gay shit to figure out that I was never gay. I was just an abused child. So, as far as Juneteenth, gays, lesbians, queers, I know you all. I was with you for a long time. I know what you're up to. I know what you're really doing. And it ain't right. So that's how I feel about Juneteenth. Yeah, I'm not a fan. And for all of you that got offended by that, you are wrong. And here's some red letters for you. St. Mark chapter 18 verse 6. But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, hint, hint, that's me, and anybody that believes in Jesus Christ, for him it would be better to hang a millstone around his neck and let him drown in the sea. He is a loving God, but if you cross him, ruthless. Today's book of life, which is a book that I wrote for my daughter in case I died, but I didn't die. I like to point that part out because it's fun being alive if your life is dedicated to Jesus Christ. It really, really does make a difference. Today's book of life is Pathfinder. I'm lost. Now what? I always know where I am. Therefore, I can never get lost. It takes many years of practice to be confident enough in yourself to make that statement. The first thing you can do to help your situation is sit down, relax, breathe, and whatever you do, don't panic. If you're not calm, you can't think clearly and will make bad choices. A lot of people panic and start running, only to get more lost. The number one thing you can do in that situation is to know where you started and why you're there. If you know those two things, then you've got a proximity on how to get out of it. Listen for sounds in the distance that can point you in the right direction. Sit down and relax, remember. Be calm and listen. Use all your senses. Do not just start walking if you don't have an idea of how to get out. If you can't figure out something to help to get you out and you're completely lost, then start gathering firewood and make camp right there. And keep that fire going. Someone, probably me, is going to come looking for you. It'll be me. For a water source, and make a spear to defend yourself out of a branch. I've done that before. I've actually done that before. As soon as you enter the woods, you should have a weapon. I always make a spear or something. Well, now I carry, but I would make a spear back in the day when I didn't carry. Immediately upon, you never know what you're going to come across. If you come across a bear and he's hungry and he's thinking about it, wouldn't you rather have a sharpened stick above anything else? I mean, if you have nothing. Let's see, I got off track there. It's coming for you, the water source and a spear, to defend yourself and to catch food. You can use that spear to catch food too. You can also throw sticks and rocks at small game. Just make sure you cook them thoroughly, and you can eat them, and they'll sustain you. So that's it, Pathfinder. Today's hint was I was born in Nashville, Tennessee. That's right. That's where my beautiful voice comes from. Got that backwards. And remember that with treachery comes a lot of responsibility. I use it for good. Always remember who the real king is, and you will have it figured out.